Hey guys, Corey here, the art archaeologist. So today's video is based on inspiration by Susan Taylor Brown and another gal named Jibid Neary. And I'm going to go ahead and link the videos they did doing concerning this sprayed leaves video. I will link their videos down below in the description box so you can check those out too. I highly recommend both of their channels, by the way. There are a couple people I get a lot of joy from watching here on YouTube, so I wanted to pass that along to you. So what I've got here is I've got some Distress Oxide sprays, and I've got some Dilutions sprays, and I've got a few Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays, and some Distress spray stains. And my idea here is I grabbed quite a few bottles, and I want to do like 3 or 4 colors and then separate them out and do another 3 and 4 colors. So I kind of just want to section stuff out. So the way I'm going to section it is I'm doing this a little different than Susan and Jibid did it. They both did 1 layer of paper at a time and put it out in the sun. And I may pay dearly for how I do this, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway just to see if it works, because I like to get a lot of pages done at once. So I've got Canson watercolor paper here. This is all 8.5 by 11, and I'm using 9 by 13 inch grates that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use the watercolor as the dividers. And then I'm just going to throw in some Canson mixed media paper to see how it prints. And then Susan used printer paper, so I'm going to use some, and I thought her results were really nice. She had a few pages that, you know, every time you do an eco die, you're going to get a few pages that are, you're going to get a bunch that are phenomenal, and you're going to get a few that are you know what I mean? So, but she ended up with some printer paper pages that I thought were stunning. So I'm going to use these 3 different kinds of paper. Also, this tub is just a kitty litter box that I got at Walmart for right around $4. So I'm just going to stack everything, and I might add some baby's breath, and I'm just going to show you a few pages, and then I'm going to come back and do the reveal with you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I got everything all set up, and sometimes with the Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays, of course the nozzles get all clogged. So that's what this is, me messing around to see if my nozzles are working, which they're not working especially well. And then here's my leaves. I've got some baggies of leaves here. And if you're interested in storing your leaves to use at a later time, I just keep these, like, I think they're gallon size Ziploc baggies in my Jeep with a squirt bottle, and then I will put my leaves in and squirt. I collected some leaves yesterday, and it was really nice because it had rained, so I didn't have to squirt them. They were all already wet. So that's how I deal with that. Now another thing I'm using today is I'm going to go ahead and use my alum water that I use for doing my papers when I eco dye. I just think it'll help the stains to bond to the paper a little bit more. And then the color batch I'm using for this little kit here, I'm going to use the Dilutions Vibrant Turquoise Ink Spray, Dilutions Melted Chocolate. This is Lindy's Stamp Gang, and this is a Starburst color. It's called Bayou Boogie Gold, and that's this little spray here. And then I've got another Lindy's Stamp Gang Starburst color, and this one's called Whale Watch Blue. So I'm gonna switch it up and do a few different kits, And I think what I'll do with this, since this is watercolor paper, let's talk about that. So what I was saying a second ago is I'm going to do a few different kits with a few different color combinations. I'm not going to show me spraying them all and doing it all here. I'm going to show you how to do it, and then once I get all of them done, I'm going to show you the results of every kit. Okay, so this, I'm starting off with my gray, like I said, and then I'm starting off with a piece of watercolor, and then I think I'm just going to alternate a few sheets of Canson mixed media and inexpensive printer paper within these, and then I'm gonna tie my grates off, and then I have more sets of grates, so I'm probably gonna do, I don't know, 8 or 10 sheets per kit, and then I'm gonna tie these together with baker's twine and then put them outside when it's hot. I'm gonna have to move them in the garage and then out in the sun, and I'm probably gonna have to do this for a few weeks worth of time because it's our rainy season now here in Colorado, so you really need the heat. And this could be an epic fail, but there's only one way to find out. But we'll see if this way works, and hopefully it does, and hopefully it'll work well, because that'll mean that you can get a bunch of pages done and you can do a different bundle for each color combo. So I figured we'd just give it a shot and see what happens. So here we go. I've got some of this whale blue, but I really want to get this wet, just like Susan said. Secret is wet. So I've got that really soaked. And I'm just gonna, this turquoise is about out, and I have another one here, so we'll just switch to this. And I love these kitty litter containers because they're super deep. So you can spray and not make a total mess everywhere. Oh, I like that, just like that. I get these branches off of some trees in town, and I love them because for eco dyeing, they print really, really well. They're very detailed. So of course, it's just like anything else, any other kind of nature-based art. You really have to just experiment with what you're doing, and of course, it's another one of those times where you just don't get control. I've also got my paper towels here, and I like to use Viva because this paper towel doesn't have texture, so I learned about these when I was faux finishing, and they work really great. That way you don't get this texture. That's kind of beside the point with this finish, but little pro tip there. So now let's go ahead. Now what I want to do is double side these because I'm hoping I can get double-sided paper. This is a piece of Canson mixed media paper. And I'm going to go ahead. This was clogged and not working on this whale watch blue. So what I did earlier, I just took it apart. And a lot of times you can square it and it'll come out of the bottom. I was hoping that was gonna clear it out, but this is, you know, with these micas, it's just a never-ending situation. Of course, and I'm sure you guys already know that, I'm singing to the choir. So let's do some of this gold Bayou Boogie. This one worked earlier. Oh, good. Let's just do a lot of it. Oh, I like how it's reacting with the alum. See how it's kind of separating the ink? That is very characteristic of alum water. I love alum, and if this is your first time checking out one of my crazy nature ideas, actually it's not my idea. I'm following in the footsteps of others, but if this is your first time, this alum is it's like a bonding agent for dye with paper. It works really well. I just cannot get that blue Bayou to work. So sometimes you just gotta be patient and keep messing around with it. All I'm doing is putting it back in and spraying it a few times to kind of load up this little straw in here, and then I'm just offloading it, as you can see. Oh, I over-explain. I'm working on not doing that because it's really not necessary. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You know, I almost want to do, well, I don't want to add any more colors, but I sure do love blue and brown, so I'm probably gonna find a deep blue and do a kit with some really deep blue. So this brown does not have shimmer in it, this melted chocolate, but the Bayou, or the Whale Watch Blue does. So in the end, this is probably gonna have some really nice shimmer to it. I'm hoping, we'll see. And Susan will take a branch like this and she'll take the leaves off and put them on individually, which is a really, she gets some gorgeous results. I've actually went into her Etsy shop. It's called Poppiness, P-O, oh, I better not get this wrong. It's P-O-P-P-I-N-E-S-S. And she has some incredible eco dyes in her kit, in her shop. And I've got, I went in last night. I'm just gonna pop this off. I went into her shop last night and put a bunch of them in my cart on my tablet, but I like to purchase off of my laptop. So I'm gonna go in and get those kits because I want to make some stuff with her printables, and of course you guys are gonna see that happen. I'm very excited about it, but if you don't want to wait, which I wouldn't want to wait, you can check out her shop. She doesn't, we have no agreement. I like to promote generous artists. I like to talk about people who give of their time and their expertise. And that's what I'm doing. I think she's a very generous artist with her, everything that she does. She shows us here on YouTube, and her kits are really affordable, and I just really like her stuff. So I want you guys to be able to enjoy it too. I don't believe in, I don't know, I see some artists on here doing stuff much later than I see other artists doing it, and they don't say anything, and I don't know if I like that all that much, you know? I try not to get into judgment of people too deeply, because I used to, and it sucked up a lot of my energy, and it's just not worth it today. But anyway, as far as me and my house, my channel go, I like to talk people up that have helped me. It's funny because I did the faux finishing for a long time, as you guys know, and I advanced as an artist before YouTube. I did okay, but in the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 years that I've been watching YouTube, if it's even been that long, maybe more like 5 or 6, I've advanced more as an artist in, let's just say, the last 5 years than I have in the last 30, thanks to YouTube. So I just really love to get on here and learn and experiment and share. Okay. That's an interesting looking sheet. So we'll flip that. I really want dye on both sides. Who knows how it's gonna come out. I'm taking what I do in eco dyeing and applying it to this. So not sure what's gonna happen. Okay, here we go for the big reveal to see if this even worked. And I don't know if these are even dry, but I went ahead and cut all the strings off, and I wanted to cut the last one off with you guys watching so that you know that I really haven't seen these yet. I have no idea if this is even worth filming, to tell you the truth. Okay, so off with the grate. All right, let's see. Oh, this is, oh my goodness, we got prints. Okay. Wow, really dark. I'm not sure I like how dark they are. I was having the paper sticking together with my sprayed paper video as well, but look at these dark leaves. Okay, let's see what we've got here. These are completely dry now. It's probably been, I want to say 3 weeks since I did this. So I think I'll play some music and go ahead and flip through all 3 batches and we'll just enjoy it. Also, just so you know, moving forward, if the pages are rippled, they haven't been ironed yet, and a lot of the ripples come out with ironing. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Keep that in mind. So here we go. Okay, so I went ahead and wrote down all the batch colors, and these did get mixed up because for a good 2-3 weeks I put them in the sun, brought them in to protect them from the rain, so I didn't know what kit was what until I opened them up, but now I know. So I want to give you the colors, and I have to say before I go any further, holy cow, thank you Jibid Neary for pioneering this technique, and thank you Susan Taylor Brown for your exhaustive experimenting on this technique. And I got really impatient. I really wanted to do this, and I put this off even for a couple years just because it looked so involved. And so in my impatience, I came up with the stack hack. So you can literally stack your papers, spray stack, do all your leaves, and then I don't even know if these require being in the sun, because when I first did these for the first 3 or 4 days, these did not see the light of day because it rained every day. So they didn't even get put out in the sun until later. So and I wasn't even sure if these were completely dry, but they were. So you really want to kind of walk away. I did separate them out so that they were not stacked together when they were set aside. So you just want to stack up, you know, put them individually, you know what I'm saying. But the grates I get at the Dollar Tree. So this kit's colors, this is batch 1. This is Dilutions Melted Chocolate, Vibrant Turquoise, and then Lindy's Stamp Sprays of Whale Watch Blue and Bayou Boogie Gold. And you can really see a lot of the gold shimmer. Now also, I hope that you can see all the little spots in here. That is a result of the alum being sprayed on these papers. Another thing about these, they're very warped and bent. So I'm going to attempt to iron them, and I'm going to take another piece of paper to go over top. But you want to dry iron these, because unlike the eco dyeing kits I make, all of these products are water activated, and if you spray this, you could destroy your image. So guard against that and just iron them dry. So there goes my light. So here's kit 1. I should say batch. Now for batch 2, I am just ecstatic with these results. I really am. And I was wondering about the veining, and there is some spectacular veining that got caught on some of these pages here. So I am just gonna make kits out of these, and I'm gonna keep them separate just because they have different colorings. So I am going to go ahead and do that, and I will link those below for you. I'm not sure what I'm going to be calling them yet. So batch 2 is Dilutions Melted Chocolate, and then I've got London Blue, and then I've got Distress Oxide Sprays of Tumbled Glass and Vintage Photo. So the Vintage Photo, I've noticed sometimes it can tend to go a little bit pink. I think Susan had the same issue with the Distress Oxide Spray. So I don't remember, it's been a while since I've watched hers, but wow-wee, the results on these are really amazing. I'm just so impressed with the results. I didn't expect it to go this well. This page is especially beautiful here. I like the subtler colors, but as you will see now on batch 3, the colors are dark and vibrant, and it is just such a yummy kit here. As you saw. What am I talking about? You saw it. Okay, batch 3 is the Lindy's Silhouette Silver, Distress Stain Evergreen Bow, Dilutions Slate Gray, and White Linen on this kit here. And it came out quite dark, but there's a lot of silver shimmer in these, and I am really happy with the veining. I was really wondering if we were going to get some veining texture, and this technique did not disappoint. I remember when I first watched Jibid Neary's video on this and how mesmerized I was by this technique, and then to see Susan just spend so much time and really putting out quality video for us to see how to do this. YouTube is just such a wonderful place, as we all know. I'm going to go ahead and link their specific videos to this technique below, and then you'll automatically have access to their channels. And I've been doing a few things with talking about Susan's channel just because I've been watching her so much lately. And so I've got a few videos, treasure hunting videos on Susan, because these are treasures. This is such a treasure to me. So I am really glad you stopped by today, and please hit that like button for me. It helps me so much, and I would really love to have you subscribe. I invite you to join my little community here that is growing every week, and thank you guys so much for that. So I hope you subscribe so that you will be alerted to all the fun stuff coming up. Thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.